welcome back to Real Reviews. This is Cody Williams, and we're here to talk about the movie Mission Impossible Dead Reckoning Part 1. It is the newest sequel in the action-filled series that most have come to love over the past few decades. After every exhilarating stunt after the other, it seems like these movies always somehow manage to outdo its preceding film. I would even go out on a limb and say that this series in particular are my favorite action movies to watch every so often. They're always a joy to watch, and I can just never get tired of watching them. Now that we finally got this long-awaited sequel, which is the first half of a two-part movie, I've been highly looking forward to this movie for quite some time. In anticipation after watching it, I'm just going to jump on in and start talking about it. The movie story follows Ethan Hunt and the IMF team, who must track down a terrifying new weapon that threatens all of humanity if it falls into the wrong hands. With control of the future and the fate of the world at stake, a deadly race around the globe begins. Confronted by a mysterious, all-powerful enemy, Ethan is forced to consider that nothing can matter more than the mission, not even the lives of those he cares about most. Whew, what a movie. This movie right here is the literal definition of why I love going to the movies. It's quite the cinematic spectacle, and I absolutely loved almost every single ounce of it, despite having some minor nitpicks, which I will elaborate on later. For now, I want to talk about the many amazing things this movie has going for, whether it be the thrillingly awesome action set pieces, wonderfully written story, and also the enjoyable characters. I find it pretty amazing after all these years, Tom Cruise, who is now 61, is still able to pull off these crazy death-defying stunts. There is no denying that he is one of the best action stars in the business. I admire the fact that he is a big purveyor of the movie-going experience and wanting to make the biggest bang for your buck. It is highly recommended that you see this movie on the biggest screen possible, and yes, it's worth every single penny. If you didn't know already, the best thing about the movie are the many grand action set pieces. It has everything from the past movies you could ever ask for, whether it be infiltration, car chases, shootouts, fistfights, you name it, it's all there. What makes these action set pieces so great is that they are all done in a practical manner, giving the movie a more thrilling experience, and it's such a joy to watch. I don't know if I should be bothered by this or not, but the whole scene with the train derailing felt like a ripoff of the opening scene of the video game Uncharted 2. It was cool to watch, mind you, but it just felt so derivative. Alongside Tom Cruise, we have returning characters, all featuring Ving, Simon Pegg, Rebecca Ferguson, and Vanessa Kirby, who are all just great in this new sequel. There are a couple new characters that I was thoroughly impressed with, who are played by both Hayley Atwell and Pom Klementieff. If you're not familiar with names or whatever, they both played characters in several MCU films, with Hayley portraying Peggy Carter in the Captain America movies, and Pom playing as Mantis in the Guardians of the Galaxy movies. Both actresses are absolutely phenomenal in their roles, but Hayley Atwell is a great show stealer that shares some great chemistry with Tom Cruise. If there's any character in the movie that I didn't like in particular, it would have to be the bad guy. Compared to past films in the series, the antagonist in this new sequel is so bland, which is unfortunate because we've had great villains in previous Mission Impossible movies, whether it be John Voight, Philip Seymour Hoffman, or Henry Cavill. It probably didn't help that the actor was a bit one-dimensional for my liking. As for the story and the writing, I have to say that I really enjoyed it. In this day and age, the story seems feasibly terrifying with artificial intelligence going rogue and doing whatever it wants to do. We already have AI taking over artistry, so who's to say what AI can't do? So, yeah. The movie may be daunting with its elongated runtime of 2 hours and 43 minutes, but rest assured, it doesn't feel like it. With the pacing being fluidly perfect alongside the captivating action scenes, That was the quickest 2 hours and 43 minutes. Other than the minor nitpicks I brought up already, this movie is still absolutely stunning. Overall, Mission Impossible Dead Reckoning Part 1 is a boastful, tantalizing action film that is absolutely one of the most thrilling entries so far. The amount of hype that this movie is generating is believably deserving, so you can already guess the amount of anticipation for Part 2 when it hopefully releases next year, depending on the status of the writer's strike going on. Aside from the fact that this movie in particular isn't exactly perfect, it is safe to say that it is pretty close. I give this movie an A. Thank you for watching, and don't forget to like and subscribe to my channel. Keep up with my real reviews.